Hi everybody, I'm Rochelle Chernowski. This is Shell Point Today for Wednesday, April 16th. On today's show, we're going to hear about something very practical for living at Shell Point and Southwest Florida, where we have so many great places to walk. Two ladies from the walking company are here to tell us the latest about walking shoes. We'll also find a connection between walking and butterflies. But first, we want to remind you that warmer weather means, once again, it's time to be ready for the possibility of a hurricane. To help you plan ahead and learn about the steps that Shell Point will take to secure your safety in the event of a hurricane, plan to attend the Hurricane Seminar tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. until noon at the Village Church. The information presented will be extremely valuable should a big storm head our way this season. Another area where knowledge is power and safety is with your computer. There are a lot of problems that can arise as you enjoy the many benefits of using the internet. Mike Peterson from Computer Medics will be here tomorrow to explain the best practices to stay safe while online. He will talk about viruses and malware protection, firewalls, internet scams, password rules, and backing up your computer. The presentation is tomorrow, Thursday, at 2:15 p.m. in the Manatee Room on the island. Also tomorrow, there will be a LifeQuest informational forum. This is for anyone who is interested in getting started with LifeQuest. Mary Franklin, Resort Services and Wellness Manager, will make the presentation at 9:15 a.m. in the Social Center on the island. Today you should receive in your mailbox the Academy of Lifelong Learning brochure for the summer session. It will also appear on shellpoint.net. Take a look at the classes offered and then sign up for the ones you like starting tomorrow. We're gearing up this month for our Route 66 Variety Show, and part of the show is a salute to car culture. We're looking for people with cool cars to park them in front of the Village Church that night and show them off to the Shell Point population. If you've got just the vehicle, call Leslie Brand at 454-2057 to line it up in our show. And if you don't have a car, what do? Well, a lot of times it means you walk, right? One way or the other, it's something most of us do every day, and we usually wear shoes while doing it. As it happens, there is a lot going on these days in the world of shoes to make your walk a lot more comfortable. Let's find out more from Leslie Brand and a couple of ladies from the walking company.
Hello everyone, I'm Leslie Brand and I'm here with the Health Connections. And I'm here interviewing these two wonderful ladies on a program that we are having on April 23rd, A Step into the Right Shoe with the Walking Company. And I'm here to kind of give you a preview of what this program is all about and what you are going to be hearing and the advice that you'll be getting on the different shoes that are sold at the Walking Company and which shoe would be right for you. So how are you? We have Maria here, who is the manager of the walking company, and we also have Angie, who is the assistant manager. So why did you choose the walking company out of all the different shoe stores there are in Florida to work for?
I think for me, it's really like a family. When you go in there, it really feels like, for me, it was just like a great I shopped there before I started there, and when you go in, it really feels like they're there to help you. They really try to find the best shoe for you. Just a really great place to shop. They give great customer service. We really try to. And that was really how it started. And then, working there, it's really like a family atmosphere. They really treat you really good. So that's why I've stayed.
Well, great.
For me.
And for you?
Well, I started working in the company like 3 years ago, and it was a really nice experience when you go to the store. So we were one of the stores that a lot of doctors recommended. We had different kind of shoes. So it's a really nice place that you can go enjoy and find what you're looking for.
That's great. That's great. And I know here in Florida, too, from me moving down here, there's so many discounted shoe stores and outlet shoe stores, things that you can get, Payless and all those kinds of shoes. So why should, residents and people spend that extra money on the different shoes, that extra quality? are they just high quality shoes or?
They're very high quality shoes. The technology that they put into the shoes is just amazing. Obviously, we have doctors that recommend, they send their patients to us. Daily we get those people coming into the store. It's just a great product. They really put their patient and their customer first when they're putting these shoes together. If you're on your feet, doctors and nurses come in and buy these shoes. If you're on your feet all day, people in the medical field or people in the service industry come in and buy these shoes. It's a great product.
That's great. So what kind of shoes are sold there?
We carry performance shoes, athletic shoes, walking shoes, Dansko, which puts out a great clog, which is for the medical field, or if you're in, service industry, all different sandals and just comfort shoes.
So the people that will benefit from this obviously are, people that running, you have specific shoes for running or specific shoes for, maybe people with diabetes or have sore feet, because I know here at Shell Point we have so many volunteers that stand up on their feet all day, or they, especially here living on the island, we just walk around and they have all different kinds of medical reasons to which shoes they need to wear and that kind of thing. And do you have inserts for shoes also that are sold there?
We do. We sell orthotics, so they go inside our shoes and then any of their shoes that they have as well.
We also have a technology that we use every day. So every time that you go to the store, we have a machine that we scan your feet so we can see what is your specific pressure points and what type of arch you have.
Wow,
so that's something that we do everybody to go to our stores so we can see what is going to be like the best product for each customer.
Well, there you have it, folks. We have great presentation coming up on April 23rd. It's a Wednesday at 10:15 in the Social Center. If you have any questions at all about shoes, what shoes to wear when you're volunteering, running, have sore feet, anything, these wonderful ladies can answer those questions for you. So make sure you come out to the Social Center for a step in your right shoe, and because your feet will definitely thank you. My name is Leslie Brand, and again, I'm here with Maria and Angie, and we hope you have a fabulous day.
After you get some new shoes, you might just want to go outside for a walk. If you make your way towards Kings Crown on the island, you will find our butterfly garden. It is a favorite spot of residents Jerry and Suzanne Wilson, who are special friends of monarch butterflies. We talked to them about what they do to care for this iconic species of winged wonders.
I'm a retired science school teacher from Michigan, and so I taught biology. Many insects have a host plant, and so the milkweed is what the caterpillar chooses to eat. So that's where the female would deposit her eggs to make sure that her young'uns are going to get their source of food. And the egg, after 3 or 4 days with the caterpillar inside, eats its way out of the egg and then will continue to eat on that plant.
And it's been our intention that we would, rather than leave it in the wild where the survival rate is only like 20 or 30%, what we're doing is we're guaranteeing almost 90%. So we take the caterpillar off after it gets to a certain size, and then we would take it into our home and then put it in an aquarium, and then we would cut plants, a milkweed plant, and then the caterpillar would feast on those leaves until it gets to a certain size, probably as big as my finger right here, and then it'll eventually would stop eating, and then that would then start to go into this, work its way into this stage right here. And then we use a 5-gallon aquarium here that has a screen top that it can attach itself to.
After about 2 weeks of the caterpillar engorging itself, it becomes almost in a search party where it starts meandering away from the milkweed plant, and we recognize that it's trying to find a place where it's going to go into the next stage, which is the pupa or chrysalis stage. And so they're hanging upside down. And we'll start to see that instead of the yellow and the black and white of the stripes of the caterpillar, that the skin is starting to split at the head end, and under it is this green material. It's actually another layer of skin that develops underneath the caterpillar skin. And the caterpillar skin then, as it cracks all the way up to the top, then is released or falls. And at this stage, this is new skin. It's very, very damp and moist, and scientists refer to it as a jewel case. It looks almost like a jade-colored jewel, and there is a circle around one half of it that has little gold specks that look like little golden jewels. And again, it's just a chemical material that scientists do study to find out exactly what it is. And then in that stage, it will be there for about 10 days, as Jerry said. We start to notice that that chrysalis or pupa becomes very, very translucent. We start to see light through it and no longer green. And we start to see then black and orange of the adult insect wings. And at that stage, we know within 24 hours, we're going to have the complete metamorphosis of the adult monarch.
Regardless of when they go into that chrysalis, that's a 10-day span. And they will come out between 9 a.m. and 11 in the morning. They hardly ever vary, no matter what time they go in that thing. They're usually out at between 9 and 11. Once it comes out of the chrysalis, has to get its wings expanded, so the abdomen is twice or 3 times bigger than the wings. So the wings are really scrunched up, but the abdomen is that big. So whatever fluid is in the abdomen is being pumped out into the veins of the wings, and it takes about an hour for that to happen, and then it takes about another half hour, 45 minutes for the wings to actually dry. And then the butterfly would then be ready for flight. We like to keep contact with them. We almost treat them as if they were family because we've been with them for 30 days. So yeah, well, there is an attachment for us. We have in the past tagged butterflies. Through monarchwatch.org, you can get UPC stickers. After you fill out some information, they'll send them back to you. They're about the size of the head of a pin. When the butterfly emerges and dries itself off, you can take it and with some tweezers put the sticker on it, and then you would release it. And we did receive 2 replies, one from Colorado and one from New Mexico, of our butterflies who had migrated south. So we thought that was very exciting.
There's probably 2 migrations that take place, one from the eastern seaboard states, and they migrate not all the way to Mexico. I think they make it just as far as Florida and like it here. But the middle states and the western states, they are the ones that migrate through the western states down into Texas and spend the winter time in Mexico. So for 3 or 4 different generations, a generation would be a month from egg to adult. There's usually 4 generations that take place during the summer months in the northern states. And the 5th generation is the one who has to be energized because that adult will fly the whole distance, 1,500 to 2,000 miles, to spend the winter in, as I said, Texas or in Mexico. We had the tremendous drought in the western states. And so the Science News was saying to us that the normal migration of thousands of monarchs may be cut in half population before they got to Mexico because they didn't have a natural source of food. The milkweed plant is only the food for the caterpillar. Other flowers, wildflowers and so forth, is the nectar for the adult. So our concern was, oh my goodness, we better get involved if half the population, because it has been on the endangered species list for quite a few years. So we feel that the 29 that we've contributed this winter so far, that hopefully 3 or 4 generations will happen here, and then they'll migrate back to the northern states.
Now that we're involved in the butterfly garden, we try to get out every day just to see how many of our own, that we hope are our own, are making use of the area. There are other varieties of butterflies here, many kind we're just learning about in Florida, so it's a new experience for us. Although we try to maintain the young ones that we brought into the world, and we try to see where they spend their time, either in this garden or across the street into the residence gardens.
But we have had a lot of our friends and relatives come and visit, and it's great to see folks come. It's a very peaceful atmosphere.
Now it's time to cover all of Wednesday's happenings from Resort Services. Then stay tuned for your menu choices and Village Church connections.
Hi everybody, and thanks for joining us for the happenings segment of Shell Point TV. I'm Bev Chanley, and this is Leslie Brand, and we're going to go over activities that we offer for you here at Shell Point today. At 7:45, we're going to have the men's Bible study. That'll be in the Osprey Room down on the island. And at 8 o'clock, our tennis players, today it's the men's match play. Doubles tennis will be down at the Woodlands tennis courts. At 8:45, you'll find Lily and Company Jewelers. They'll be here for their weekly jewelry service, and that'll be in the Resident Activity Center on the island. And at 9 o'clock, Jurassic Travel will be in the Egret Room on the island. Our last 9 o'clock activity is Watercolor Group with Phil Hilton. They'll be down in the art studio in the tunnel. 9:15, Card Making and Scrapbooking Group will be in the Tarpon Room. We're going to move to 10 o'clock, where the ladies' Bible study will be in the Osprey Room. Also at 10 o'clock, the men's match play doubles tennis will be down at the Woodlands tennis courts. At 10:15, the Model Yacht Sailing Club will be down at the Woodland Commons Lake. And we move to 11 o'clock for the Neuropathy Support Group. They meet in the Oak Room down at the Woodlands. 11:30, we have a Health Connections class, specifics in the strength training. That'll be down in the Health Club, and it's currently full. Now here's Leslie continuing with our afternoon lineup.
Thank you, Bev. At 1 o'clock is chess in the Library Lounge on the island. 1:30 is the Model Train Room in the Train Room. Tours go from 1:30 to 3:30. 1:45, Health Connections, Balance and Mobility Training Level 1 in the Health Club. That class is currently full. 2:15, Knitters Anonymous will be in the Osprey Room. Jazz and Stuff will be in the Grand Cypress Room at 2:30. 3 o'clock, Bible Study in the Community Room of King's Crown. 3 o'clock, Health Connections, Pilates Stretch in the Health Club. Also at 3 o'clock is Memory Care Group. It's in the Behavioral Health Medical Center. Sign up is required. At 3:30, Health Connections, Aqua Agility and Conditioning at the Life Quest Aquatic Center. That class is currently full. 4:30, Indoor Bocce in the Health Club. 5:45, Church Choir Rehearsal in the Church Choir Room of the Village Church. And lastly, 7:15, Prayer and Praise in the Village Church on the island. Thank you for tuning in with us today, and we hope you have a great Wednesday. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.
Menus for Wednesday. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is grilled pork tenderloin with creamed rice and green beans. The dinner special is the pasta buffet for $12.95, and the soup of the day is chicken Florentine. In the Island Cafe for lunch on Wednesday, the special is an Italian sausage sandwich with peppers, onions, and fries for $7.25. The dinner special is grilled shrimp for $8.25. Dinner specials on the Palm Grill are swordfish for $15.95 or New York strip for $19.95. Menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Hi, Randy Woods, and I'm here with Pastor Andy today as we look forward to the weekend and starting Sunday morning, Easter Sunday, with a sunrise service. Last year was your first year with us.
It was.
No doubt you remember that occasion.
Vividly. It was a sunrise service unlike any sunrise service I'd ever experienced before. Yeah. First of all, I didn't have to wear coats and hats, which is very frequent up north. We would have issues with frost and that kind of thing. Well, in any event, this was extraordinary. I mean, to be in a location like we are in the amphitheater overlooking the lagoon and then the river in the background and the sun rising over the river. I mean, what a wonderful occasion that is, just to use it as an opportunity to remember the resurrection of Christ, but to do it when the sun comes up. What an extraordinary time. We just loved it.
Yeah. Well, I've been here 11 years, and it's one of my favorite services. Because of the location, the beauty of nature, God's handiwork, you see the clouds in the sky, the manatee, the dolphin, the birds, and together in the darkness. This year we gather at 6:30 in the amphitheater, and sunrise is scheduled for somewhere around 7, maybe 6:58, something like that. So just as we're finishing, the sun will come up and crack through the horizon, the clouds there, and brighten the day. And it's always a really special time.
Absolutely.
The bell ringers kind of start the service with ringing the bells and coming together and singing. And tell me, what are our plans in terms of who will be speaking this year?
Well, we have Reverend Neil Clark, who will be speaking for us this year, and he's an exceptional speaker, and I just love hearing his insights into the what really is one of the main event for the Christian faith is the resurrection of Christ. And so he's looking forward to bringing that message, and I'm looking forward to hearing him, and I'm sure he will resonate with our people.
Yeah, he is a fine speaker. And as we celebrate the resurrection, of course, it's all about that new life, that early morning celebration that Christ indeed has risen from the grave. Now we celebrate that symbolically, as you led us last year, in the releasing of doves.
That's correct.
And that's kind of a really special tradition that we've established.
Yeah, well, I've never done anything like that in the North either, and so this was pretty, this is unique, but really wonderfully symbolic, I think, of the resurrection of Christ.
Yeah. Well, I trust that you'll make plans to start Easter Sunday with us as we gather at the amphitheater at 6:30 Sunday morning for that special service. There's always a big crowd, so come early, be part of that celebration, and then at the conclusion we'll release the doves and sing together, Christ the Lord is risen today. Alleluia. We look forward to that celebration. Trust you'll join us Sunday morning as we begin our Easter Sunday resurrection celebration.
We're glad you joined us for today's show. Tune in tomorrow to hear from Dr. William Evans about an upcoming presentation on urological issues. We'll also meet Bill and Teddy Beard, who ran an antique store out of their beautiful brick home in Herman, Missouri. And also, they keep an impressive collection in their home here at Shell Point. Until then, this is Shell Point Today for Wednesday, April 16th. I'm Rochelle Chernowski. From all of us here at Shell Point TV, we hope you have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.